Hello and welcome to another complete Edexcel GCSE PE lesson, where you'll learn absolutely everything you need to know on the first syllabus objective in topic 3.2 on the components of fitness. Fitness can be viewed as a group of components that differ in importance depending on the activity being performed. For example, a gymnast requires flexibility, agility, and balance, while a sprinter relies on power and speed. These components may be categorized as either health-related or skill-related. The 5 health-related components are essential for overall physical health and fitness. They are cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. Cardiovascular fitness, sometimes referred to as aerobic endurance or stamina, is the ability to exercise the whole body for long periods of time without tiring. It's dependent on the rate at which oxygen can be delivered to the working muscles by the cardiovascular system and utilized to produce energy through aerobic respiration. Activities that rely on stamina are high in duration and low to moderate in intensity. For example, cross-country skiing, long-distance running, and road cycling. Cardiovascular fitness also allows performers to play long, hard matches in sports like rugby, football, netball, and tennis. Muscular strength is the ability of the muscles to exert force. It's determined by a range of factors, including the size of a given muscle group and the proportion of fast-twitch fibers contained within it. Activities or actions that rely on strength include weightlifting, scrummaging in rugby, and performing a ring routine in gymnastics. Muscular endurance is the ability of the voluntary muscles to contract repeatedly without getting tired. It's determined by factors like the proportion of slow-twitch muscle fibers and capillary and mitochondrial density. Activities that rely on muscular endurance involve the repeated use of certain muscle groups, for example the latissimus dorsi in rowers, quadriceps in cyclists, and gastrocnemius in long-distance runners. Muscular endurance also allows game players to continue running around the field of play for the duration of a match. Flexibility is defined as the range of movement at joints or the ability of your joints to move freely. It's determined by the length and elasticity of the muscles, tendons, and ligaments, as well as the structure of the joint itself. Flexibility enables sprint hurdlers to raise their lead leg, gymnasts to perform the splits, and divers to adopt a piked position in flight. Body composition is the percentage of body weight that is muscle, fat, or bone. The ideal body composition varies depending on the demands of the activity and the specific role an athlete plays. For example, marathon runners tend to have very low body fat percentages to improve efficiency over long distances. To be effective in the scrum, rugby forwards need to be heavy and may therefore carry more fat than wingers who rely much more on speed and agility. The 6 skill-related components of fitness relate to the ability to perform well in physical activity and sport. They are agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time, and speed. Agility is the ability to control the movement of the whole body and change position quickly. Sprinting is an example of an activity that doesn't require agility, as there are no changes in direction. Activities that do rely on agility include dribbling in football, changing direction to receive a pass in netball, and moving to defend an angled smash in badminton. Balance is the ability to keep the body stable while at rest or in motion. More specifically, it's the ability to retain the body's center of mass, the point where the body's mass is concentrated, above the base of support, which is the area between all the points of contact with a surface or the floor. Static or stationary balance is important for a gymnast performing a handstand, while dynamic or moving balance is required when volleying in football. Coordination is the ability to use 2 or more body parts together. Racket sports like badminton and table tennis require good hand-eye coordination, while footballers need foot-eye coordination in order to strike the ball with accuracy and control. Power is the ability to undertake strength performances quickly, so it's a product of strength and speed. High levels of force are produced over extremely short time frames, resulting in explosive actions like jumping, throwing, or sprinting. Activities that rely on power include athletic field events like the triple jump and shot put, jumping to spike in volleyball, and serving in tennis. Reaction time is the time between the presentation of a stimulus and the onset of movement. It's important when responding to the starter pistol or the electric tone at the start of a sprint or swimming race, but is also required for games when a performer only has a very short period of time to react. For example, returning a serve in tennis, blocking a smash in badminton, facing a fast bowler in cricket, or saving a penalty in football. Speed is the rate at which an individual can perform a movement or cover a distance. Speed can refer to the whole body or simply a part of it, like the arm when throwing a cricket ball or the hands in boxing. Activities that rely on speed include the 100-meter sprint, 50-meter swimming events, and sprinting past a defender in rugby. Now, the relative importance of the components of fitness vary depending on the physical activity or sport being undertaken. For example, marathon runners don't rely much on agility, power, reaction time, or muscular strength. They do, however, require good muscular endurance as their muscles need to continue working for long periods of time, speed, particularly during a sprint finish, flexibility to maintain a good stride length, a slim body composition with a low percentage of body fat for efficiency, and, perhaps most importantly, cardiovascular fitness to enable them to maintain an appropriate intensity for long periods of time. Well done. You've just covered absolutely everything you need to know on the components of fitness. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time for everything you need to know on fitness testing.